in the fantastic Ko Olina area Disney Resort.
The Disney Resort is just one resort here. There's also the Four Seasons Resort and lots of timeshares. But this area as a whole, named Ko Olina, is on the west side of Oahu. It's a little less touristy in that it's, you know, maybe 40 minutes away from Waikiki, but there are still people that stay here, and also some locals come here as well. Parking is very sparse, but if you manage to get a spot or have someone drop you off, then you can come and visit the lagoons here.
Yeah, it's really calm and peaceful, and children love it because it's made for them in a way. It's all the lagoons are preserved, but here there's a little more of a rugged path which we're about to take, and later we'll walk through the main resort area.
All right.
These are corals. Many corals are here. I always do wonder where they get them from in these quantities, and then they dump them on the beach, and once they disintegrate they become white sand, which is how you get the best sand in the world, crushed coral. You can see the process in real life, some parts of Hawaii, but yeah, these are all corals. They resemble rocks, but they are definitely a life form because you can see their formation of kind of organs and tissues. You know, they're not actually rocks. They don't look like real rocks. Some of them look like brain. Right now it's very low tide, as you can see. Little pools remain from when it was higher. So this area gets submerged, and there's fish here actually. You can see fish swim in these little pools. They got caught during high tide and now it's low tide. Yes. One of the coolest things about Hawaii's shores is that the shapes are made of just broken down lava rocks, so you see crazy shapes. Yeah, big fishes here. That one can't quite run fast, but it's in there, but it did hide in the... I mean, I can probably get it out of there. And this pool is very clear, this one in particular.
Well, it's closest to the waves, so the waves are coming and filling it with more water.
Yeah.
But yeah, these are called tide pools. And they're always really fun to come up and get close to them because you just never know what's inside of them. Usually little crabs and fish. That was actually quite a big fish to be in a tide pool. The thing about being in Hawaii is that you have so many military bases here that you just kind of get used to seeing big military airplanes in addition to commercial airplanes and helicopters and all kinds of activity up in the sky. We've seen so many military helicopters, and this was actually, I think, a commercial helicopter, but it landed like just right next to us, which is really cool to see. So as the day progresses, a lot of these tide pools get hit by the sun and they start to dry up. And you know, that's not very good news for the fish or some of these smaller creatures, so hopefully they're able to move on, or I don't know if they're probably able to sense it, but you know, you can see some of these, like right here, there's a sea snail that's all dried out, a couple of them actually. Over here is the mother lode. The mother lode. Yeah, so you've got a mix of like rocks, you've got shells. It's pretty cool. And lots more rocks back here. Alright, let's do this. We need to trek
through the rock now to get back. It's not the hardest, but you have no option for errors. No room for error when you're doing this. That's the scary part. We're roasting in the midday sun right now, so we need to take some cover before we overheat. And just like that, 4 minutes later, we're in the civilized part. So that's cool about this area. You actually have a very comfortable area next to rugged wilderness. And if you look out in the far distance, that's actually a natural preserve and there's no development there. So a huge part of the island is preserved over there. And we made a video way early in our video career of the albatross on the tip of the island out there.
There's a nice long hike out there, and you can actually access it from the west side here, or you can access it from the north shore. And it's not, you know, a super hard path. It's actually fairly paved and it's really flat and level, but it is in this really harsh sunlight all day. But it does lead you to an albatross preserve where during various times of the year you'll see the albatross in, you know, various stages of reproducing.
So here you can see what's happening. Very happy sunbathers and swimmers. The whole thing, and I think this is one of 4 lagoons. And you can see how the rock crushes all the waves, and this is a very mellow pool here. It's really almost like a swimming pool, but on a Hawaiian shore. Oahu is actually one of the traditional destinations to get married for Japanese people.
Yeah, I've been here, like, every time I come here with you, there's like someone getting married, someone doing the same poses. Like,
Right.
we just have it down about which poses to do.
Yeah, but since you're from here, we chose to get married in Italy.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, yeah, we just want to do something a little different.
Make it special.
Yeah, make it special. That was somewhere that, you know, our families hadn't been together, so that was a nice experience for everybody.
This is lagoon number 2, which is even bigger.
No, number 3. We went backwards.
Oh yes, so from the opposite end. Lagoon number 3, which is even bigger, and it has a lot of chairs from this resort. But you can also just pull up your towel or your own umbrella, and you can enjoy as well. And every beach in Hawaii has to have public access, so they cannot kick you out of here.
So what they do is restrict the parking.
Yeah. So
there's no buses that run through either, so you just have to get creative about how you get here.
So what we did is get a ride from Susie's mom, and
that works too.
We'll call her to get us, so we beat the system finally. It's just so comfortable and spectacular.
It's a great place to chill. Like if you had a room here, you'd be like, oh, let me go to the beach for like a little bit, then you go back to your room and chill, then come back out. You just do that all day long.
And what ends up happening is you drink a lot and read novels and start writing some drunken thing like the Rum Diaries.
Or in our case, you just start, you know, making videos and live streaming stuff.
Right. Oh, look, there's the map of the island. So we are here on the southwest side of Oahu. This is the main area here where most people live and most people visit. We're staying around this area.
So look at what they're already calling it. They're calling my town. So I always grew up on this side, and I remember actually when they brought in like the first McDonald's before it was even commercialized. But it was already projected to be the future second city, and it's definitely coming along that way. So Waikiki and Honolulu being right here, we're all the way out here.
That means the Barber Point is going to get developed hardcore.
I would hope so. It's all federal land, you know, so that might be the last. But you can already see here, like they have giant shopping malls. You used to have to go all the way into town, or at least to Pearl City to get to shopping malls. But now you have one just down the road, which is great. We are over on the west side of Oahu, really close to Ko Olina, but that is a really hard place to find parking. So if you ever are there and really frustrated, can't find parking, just go a little bit further over to Kahe Point. And this is where not a lot of tourists go. It's more locals. You find people fishing, scuba diving, surfing, hanging out at the beach, but you can almost always find parking here. And there's a really great sunset view. So we're here with our cameras to try to capture sunset. And yeah, these hills are generally really brown and really dry, but we've had a lot of rain here apparently because they're really green and they look so much prettier in their green like this. Everything is green, including Diamond Head and Punch Bowl and just a lot of places where normally if you come during dry season they'd be like really brown, but it's kind of like when we went to Eastern Washington and Winthrop and the Gorge earlier this spring. Everything was green, so that really changes the landscape. Alright, so coming to this beach is also a little adventure because you get to walk on this abandoned train railway and see this big electric plant that's here. It's been here for a long, long time.
So it gets its power from oil. Mostly nowadays, some solar, but
Yeah, there's a lot of solar as well, but yeah, this has been running for as long as I can remember. Long time. So again, if you're not familiar with Hawaiian flowers, this is a plumeria tree, and this is one of the flowers that they use to make leis, or you can just pick one off and put it behind your ear like this. But look, I have one
yeah,
on
you
each
got to
side.
know. Let's chase the mongoose.
Wait, let me see if I can shoot them. They're fast.
Yeah,
They're like little weasels.
they are little weasels.
Sorry, so mongoose were brought here to control the rat problem, but then these guys ended up just proliferating, and now they're just like little rodents.
Now they're leaving. They see you and they run.
I got a few shots.
Good.
See.
Oh yeah, you got them.
Look at it. Kind of cute.
It's pretty crisp shot.
Yeah.
Nice. Now you have a big camera.
Zoom range on this is so nice.
Yeah, the 135
So
on a crop.
convenient. 18 to 135 on a crop, and sure, it's a variable f-stop, but you know, we're shooting out in the daytime, so it's totally fine.
Yeah, if you want an all-purpose
cool.
range for the crop camera, the 18 to 135 is pretty classic. Canon has it, Nikon has it, Fuji has it.
Yeah, and it's not that big considering, like it's 18 135, but when you extend it, it gets a little bit longer, but that's not terrible.
Yeah.
And again, maybe not the most clandestine street photography camera, especially with this body, but again, just feels really good in your hands, and you have a really decent range with it.
It is a little chunky. isn't
It's
it?
pretty chunky, yeah. Especially compared to my XT3.
Yeah, that one is pretty stylish. You're gonna get covered in sand. I'm wearing my Keens. Because of all this lava rock, I believe this is the right choice for a shoe. Last time I came to Hawaii, or not the last, but one of the last few, I was on the beach and a wave dragged all the sand in, and then it was about to hit me, so I turned around, and because of the wave, the big lava rock was revealed and I ran right into it and I cut my foot really bad. So now I wear Keens, the better shoe. Should probably fly the drone right about now,
Yeah.
because it doesn't have good sensor, so you actually need to fly it when you have some light.
Yeah. You want to do it
So
before
I'll
the sun
hand
goes away.
off this, you can shoot or pause, but
drone for a sunset flight. It is a gorgeous time of day. It's going to be an excellent sunset. And it's not at all crowded here. In fact, most people here are local. I don't know, there's maybe a couple of Japanese tourists here, but that is it. Other than that, we have the entire beach to ourselves, which is really awesome. So this is a little local secret if you're over on the west side of Oahu. Alright, so on this trip I brought my Fujifilm X-T3, of course, along with the 1855 and the 50 to 140, but because I have the Canon 90D with the kit lens, I am also using that today to test a lot of photo and videos. And Martin, meantime, is rocking the XH1 along with the, what zoom is that again?
55-200.
55-200.
You may not find it too intuitive, but for landscape and for travel, a zoom lens is essential.
Yep.
And this one is the most portable one from this Fuji lineup. So I roll with this one always when I travel. But we do have the nice red badge as well, but it's in the bag, right?
Yeah, we had the 50-140, and that's, you know, an f2.8. It's a lot bigger, a lot heavier. It's a beautiful lens, produces really great photos and videos. But the thing is, because it's a little bit bigger, and you don't always need f2.8, especially when you have enough ample sunlight. And since we're here in Hawaii and there's no shortage of sunlight, then even a variable aperture telephoto lens serves us just fine. And same with this one, you know, this is the Canon 18-135, the variable aperture once again, maybe not as much reach as the 200, but still, really great overall lens for when you're outdoors and you have enough natural lighting.
But I'm shooting Velvia, which I always do for sunset, and it looks just like art.
So why do you like Velvia for sunset?
Because it exaggerates the colors just right. You know, it's got actual scientists working on this color profile, and the same people made film for decades. So it actually is perfect. You know, sunset is good to be exaggerated, and landscape overall is good to be exaggerated. So when I shoot even video with landscape, I don't mind shooting Velvia. When you have normal subjects and city environment and things like that, it's not good.
I would say people especially,
Yeah,
like it exaggerates the colors too much and it's not very flattering. So with people, we really like to use either Provia or Astia, but usually Astia because everything is nice and soft. These are really great skin tones. And over on the Canon, I am reviewing some of the images on the camera, and I'm remembering why I love Canon so much compared to Sony. Just straight out of the camera, the colors are just, they're really natural. And you know, they're maybe slightly enhanced, but not too enhanced. They just, Canon colors look really great straight out of the camera. Sony colors really do not. I mean, they're growing on me, but something about Canon color, I love it. Love it. I really wish this was a mirrorless camera.